And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the upper semifinals of the WardiTV Monday number 32. We just wrapped up with the lower semis, and Hero did take down Max. Hero is waiting in the grand finals for the winner of this very series. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Persephone, we have the French Terran player, the Blue Terran, representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Team Falcons. It is Solar. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat. Coming into this, Clem is the heavy favorite. Clem, he is the reigning world champion. But Solar, he is on his redemption arc. Solar, he's been improving a lot here and getting some bigger and better results over the past month of play. Even almost 2 months at this point. And we'll see how Solar can compare to his opponent as we load into one of the newer maps, as we load into Persephone. Let's go. Let us go. For the time being, we are going to be settling in. We do have our hatch gas pool standard opener here out of Solar, and likewise Rax expand out of Clem. Now, we did feature a previous ZVT Shin versus Bunny earlier in the broadcast, and also Bunny versus Rex, and Clem has a similar playstyle to Bunny in the sense that we often see a lot of aggressive builds. I'm referring to 1-1-1s, 3cc 2-on-1s, and straight up 2-on-1s as well. Clem can be very aggressive, very active, and very in your face, and the win condition usually is deny the fourth over and over and over again and just snowball out of control. We'll see if Solar can successfully defend his bases and get into a longer game state. We'll see. We'll see if he even wants to. Likewise, also, great to see Persephone once again. It has been quite a popular map amongst the players. We do have a healing pad on the right-hand side. We have our goal base on the right-hand side as well. For the most part, the attack path is very direct from base to base. A relatively shorter attack path as well. As the Reaper does move out. Just getting vision here on Solar. Likewise, Clem setting up back at home, waiting for the Rax into factory. And we'll see if he goes for his third command center or a second Rax. Or even a starport. But now just dancing with the army. Dancing with the Lings, no major pickups, not yet. And looks like Clem, he's going for a faster command center. So we have an economic build here from Clem. Oh, no, I got ahead of myself. Starport. Aggressive build out of Clem, going for a 1-1-1 starport before CC. And this is what I mentioned earlier when I was discussing Bunny, how Bunny was hyper aggressive against Shin and Rex. Here, same for Clem. Clem is also very fond of going 1-1-1 before the third CC. What does this mean? This means earlier Banshees. It means a more committed production here into Hellions, earlier Banshee play as well, later economy for aggression. And Clem, he's often quite successful with his aggression. We'll see if Solo can keep up. Oh, also, I assume Banshee, never mind, Liberator, which means faster stim. So typically we would be seeing a reactor into an add-on swap, we would see a tech lab into add-on swap into Cloak Banshee. Here, because of the Liberator, we're actually keeping the tech lab on the Rax into faster stim, not Banshee. So faster stim here out of Clem. Liberator rallying across the map. There it is, stim is already on the way, so just really fast stim. Hellions are amassing. Moving on forward, not quite catching the tumor. Queen taking a lot of hits. Can he get the Queen? It's getting low. It's getting very low here. Clem dancing with the army, going for the mineral line. Drones do not get roasted. Quick reaction there to Solar. Does wall off, does wall up. Clem, he rotates around. And Clem, he doesn't find a way in yet. Liberator into the main. The Queen is low on HP. Quick reaction out of Solar, pulls away. We'll lose one drone. Just one. One drone goes down. And Clem doesn't break through. Still trying to, as Clem is being aggressive. We have a Ling run by across the map, but Hellions are back at home to defend. And there's a full wall. A full wall back at home. Clutch ensues. Solar, he's keeping up for now. Liberator has returned, gets 3 drone kills. 3 workers go down. Did I say 3? Oh, doesn't get a 4th. as he still gets away. Jesus, the efficiency here. And looking at the trades, 1 Hellion, 1 Reaper for what? For 3 drones, 13 Lings, and 1 Queen. Finally, Liberator goes down. Whew, nice pick off there by Solar. Clem still reinforcing. Moving in with more Hellions. Catching up more Lings. And the Hellion shots are brutal. The Lings, they line up. Ay, ay, ay. The Lings get roasted. Queens, they hold the line, they defend the third. He's going for the dive. Oh no, there's an opening! Queens out of position for 1 second, for 1 moment, and with that, the drones, they do fall, getting another 3 workers, now getting to the main. Solo trying to pull away. As this is getting out of hand here. 9, 10 drone kills. Ay, ay, ay. Up until this 1 moment, Solar, he was doing fine, he was keeping up. It was impressive. But 1 moment is all it takes. Lings, they get us around, they will clean up these Hellions, but that's going to still be 10 drone kills. And that is 13 in total. 13 drone kills, 47 Lings. And back at home, Clem is just building up his bio army. He's got Marines, he's got his tanks. Getting into his own 5-rack setup. Remember, he has Stim. Stim is already a factor. And Solar, he has some rejoining to do. He has to redrone, resaturate, now taking a 4th base. And now it's time for Clem to try to deny the 4th, ideally. Now, I say that, he doesn't push with the tank. As you can see, he leaves the tanks back at home. He doesn't go for his regular bio-tank push. Instead, only drop play with Marines. Let's go for the double drop instead. Does unload in the main, catches an Overlord. What goes down? Trades well against the Lings, going for the Spore. Spore gets shut down as well. Brutal pickups. Going for the spawning pool. Clutch Transfuse. Clutch Transfuse does keep the spawning pool. No, it still goes down. Ay, ay, ay. Spawning pool falls. No more Ling production, no more Queen production either. Ay, ay, ay. Now, it did cost Clem quite a lot. That was not a free trade. He did lose a medevac and a lot of Marines. A lot of Marines that go down. But Clem, he's having fun. Here comes the main push, and Solar cannot reinforce. What can Solar? He can drone, and he can drone. And make overlords, I suppose. Like that's all he can do right now. The spawning pool is still on the way. Solar, his supply is stagnant. He cannot reinforce. He just has to abandon the base. Base goes down, drops into the main. Solar can't make anything. You can see here he's banking 800 minerals, 900 minerals. Spawner pool finally finishes. Spawner pool is done. Things are on the way. Queens are under fire. Lings, they can't engage here. They cannot engage here. Queens go down. GG gets called. Clem, he will take game number 1. GG. GG, well played. A strong showing there from Clem. Again, I will say that I was impressed by Solar's early game. Solar, he was keeping up. He was keeping up and defending very nicely against the Liberator, against the Hellions, up until the points. There was a moment where Solar, he did overreact to the to the Hellions on the right-hand side. He dragged all of his Queens over, and there was an opening. There was an opening at the natural. That's when 10 drones went down. 10 drones got roasted. 47 Lings as well. And from there, Clem snowballed out of control. The killing move, of course, was Clem sniping the spawning pool. With the spawning pool being sniped, as you saw, Solar, he had 900 minerals. He had 900 minerals in the bank. He could not spend his money. There was nothing he could produce, nothing he could make, and the game ended. The game ended then and there. GG, well played. GG, well played. With that, Clem does take a lead, and now we are getting into game number 2. Oh boy, and we're going to be loading into a much smaller map, and again, it's typically these smaller maps where Clem does thrive. It's where aggression is favored, and we even saw it in the last game. Remember, Clem, he did not open up 3cc, he opened up 111, faster stim, a greater Hellion count. Clem, he thrives in this more aggressive style, and he thrives on these smaller maps. Now, we'll see if Solar can survive this. Solar, he very often does play roaches on Whispers of Gold, so we'll see if he can make use of that, defend, survive, and get into the mid-game. As he wasn't quite able to get there in the last game, and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Wizards of Gold, we have the French Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing Team Liquid, leading the series 1-0. It is Clem. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Team Falcons. Down in the series, we'll see if he can recover, we'll see if he can bounce back. It is Solar. We go. And similarly to the previous game, we do expect a more aggressive build here from Clem, whether it's a 1-1-1 or a 2-1-1, yet to be determined. But we expect Clem to be in the face of Solar. As welcome one also Wizards of Gold. This is the smallest map in the current map pool. This is a rush map as well. Short rush distance by ground. Aggression is favored. The third bases are much more exposed on this match, much more difficult to defend. And because of how small this map is, reinforcements and rallies get across the map even faster. So we'll see how Solo will approach this. Because of how aggressive and because of how aggressive Terran players can be on Wizards of Gold, we do often see Roach-based openers and Roach-based play instead. Roaches are a very safe way to play ZVT. They are slower, that is true. They're slower, they're less active. You can turn Roach openers into Roach all-ins. We saw that earlier out of Shin, right? Shin, he did Roach all-in Bunny, successfully so on ley lines. So you can turn that into an aggressive build. But for now, standard opener. For now, I'm getting ahead of myself. It's going to be a standard opener, hatch gas pool. We'll see if Solar does play Roach or if he does go into Ling Mei. We shall see. So Reaper does move out across the map. So for now, just standard opener, droning, saturating. Factory follow-up out of Clem. And we shouldn't get much done here. I'll spoke in. Solar, he is setting up for his third. Reaper pokes forward. Dancing with the Lings. He wants a Ling! And he will get it. Nice snipe here from Clem. Takes down one of the Lings already. Takes down one. Pulls away. Third expansion is being taken. And Clem, what are we going for? And we've seen this before, waiting for the factory. Factory is now done. And Clem looks like he's going for just like the previous game, 1-1-1. Yeah, there it is, 1-1-1 out of Clem. Delayed third TC, once again making a plethora of Hellions. Now, last game this was Hellion Liberator. We'll see if it's Hellion Lib again or Hellion Banshee instead. Now, I would say because the likelihood of there being Roaches on Wizards of Gold is higher, I would say that going into Hellion Banshee makes more sense here, as it is safer against Roach play. But we'll see. Rax is now done. Ooh, Marine, not a Tech Lab. So without a Tech Lab, this should be a Liberator opener again, or maybe Viking into Liberator. Oh, okay, never mind. The Hellbat push, okay. I was caught off guard here by the medevac, but now it makes sense. So it's going to be Hellbats, not Liberator, not Banshee. Clem, he's going to roast up these Lings once again. Does preserve that Reaper, barely. But the Armory is on the way. The Marines do zone away and make sure that there's no scouts. Solar, he does have one Overlord in position. Does have one Overlord. But alas, the Marines, they avoid this. Because of the medevac, the Overlord sees nothing. The Overlord sees the Hellions, but that's just a regular sign. That's a regular tell. Now we have the Tech Lab. Stim is on the way. Liberator alongside this. Here come the Hellbats. Medevac is revealed. Now Solar, how many queens? 6. 6 queens so far. Not bad. Hellbats, they start to step in. He wants the queens. Oh, can he get them? He's gonna get one. Flash transfuse. One queen goes down. He gets one so far. He's gonna get a second. He gets a second. Gets a third queen. This is getting out of hand. This is getting out of control. Getting 3. Getting up to 4. Gonna get up to 5. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, barely 4. Okay, so 4 queens go down. With that, Solar holds. Solar, oh no! Calm down. Solar, he does hold. In the end, it was 4 queen kills and 18 lings. That could have been so much worse. Again, so you can see how low the 5th and 6th queen were. They were so close to being targeted down. That could have been game. So let's game that in there. Lings, they move out for a counterattack. The wall is solid. I say that Diva's going to be brought down. Lings, they flood in. Yeah, Lings, they flood on forward. Hellions are across the map. No Hellbats to defend. Oh, never mind. There are 2. 2 Hellions back at home. They morph into Hellbats. 6 SCVs do go down. 7 SCV kills. Nice damage. GG gets caught. Solar, he busts into the natural. And Solar fights back, tying up the series 1-1. Whew. GG. A very clutch counterattack. Again, Clem, he chose not to stay at home. What I mean by that, he sent 2 Hellions across the map. If he had 4 Hellbats to defend, the game continues. The game would have continued, but he sent 2 across. He only had 2 to defend. With that, Solar, he barely broke through. GG. Whew. GG, well played. The Hellbat push gets punished, and we're going to the ace match. Clem punished for some of his aggression, punished for overextending, punished for getting a little bit too excited by sending even more Hellions across the map. Also, I say he sent 2, I think it was 3. I think he sent 3 Hellions across the map, so he had 5 in total. And with that, that leads us into the ace match. Let's go. That leads us into game 3. Good morning. Bom dia, papi, bom dia. Hello. Hello, Pietro. Pietro? Good to see you. Good to see you. Bom dia, Pat. As we are nearing the end of the broadcast, again, this is the final semi-finals, and then we have the grand finals thereafter. 2 series left, and here we go. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Amygdala, we have the French Terran player, the Blue Terran, representing Team Liquid, being forced into the ace match. We'll see if he can bring it back and bring it home. It is Clem. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Zerg player, the Red Zerg representing Team Falcons. It is Solar. Here we go. And welcome one and all to Whistles of Gold. Now we go from one extreme to the other. From the smallest map, where aggression is favored, and hey, because aggression is favored on Whistles of Gold, it does make sense why we saw Hellbats, why we also saw the counterattack be successful as well. But here we're loading into the largest map in this tournament map pool. I say this tournament map pool because the older maps have been removed, and this feels like a gasless opener. Yeah, 15-15. 15 hatchery into a 15 spawning pool. No gases. No gases here from Solar. We are opening up as greedily as possible, and we'll see if we can get away with it. Oh boy. Meanwhile, CC first had a Clem. So speaking of greed, you can see it from both players. Again, we have gasless by Solar, CC first by Clem. Again, Amygdala is known for greed. It's known for macro, known for longer games. As I mentioned, this is going from one extreme to the other, from rush map to macro map. Oh, hello. That is CC first into a 2-1-1. Assuming we don't throw down a third Rax. Okay, interesting. I do like this. We haven't mentioned this before, but Hellion openers are less effective on Amygdala. Now, the reasoning for this is because one of the big features of Amygdala is the limited attack paths. As you can see, we have one attack path on the top side, covered by Zelnaga. We have a second attack path towards the south side, also covered by Zelnaga as well. But rotating as a result from the south side to the north side is very difficult. It takes a long time you have to go all the way back home. You have to go all the way back home to rotate around, to go around the long way, to try to poke in from one end to the other. Because of that, Hellions have a much harder time denying creep on Amygdala. It is easier for Solar to defend. I mean, that's the reason why Solar opened up gasless. You don't need link speed to defend back at home. You can defend with purely Queen. Meanwhile, Link Scout does confirm the 2-1-1. Nicely done here from Solar. He is aware. But whether it's straight up 2-1-1s or 3cc 2-1-1s, we often see the avoidance of Hellion-reliant builds and Hellion-heavy openers on Amygdala, as it is more difficult to gain value and deny creep. So we just skip him and we rush into Stim. The Bio Army is building up. Likewise, I should also mention, because of the gasless opener and roaches. There should be roaches from Solar. There it is, Roach Warren gets thrown down. And we did mention earlier how roaches are a very safe way to play. So Solar, this 2-on-1 shouldn't kill him. It shouldn't kill him. He did see everything already. He got a full scout of the main, so he's fully aware of what's going on. He knows he can drone up for the next 30 seconds, and then he should be focusing on army production. As Clem is still setting up for the add-on swap into reactivated medevac production. Until then, Solar, he can still just drone. Just droning, just saturating. He can do this for a little bit longer. Again, he's aware of the timings. As medevac production is just now beginning. Medevac's now on the way. And now would be the time to start making units. And you can see here we already have a couple of roaches. A couple of roaches that popped out. I would say that these roaches are a little bit early, but regardless, you know, they're slowly amassing. Getting ready for the 2-on-1. And 4 more roaches on the way. A layer in production for roach speed. Getting into full saturation. And here comes the push. And again, this has a lot of potential to maybe snipe overlords, dropping into the main base, denying creep, but shouldn't kill. Solar's ready. Here comes the unload. Solar, he has 11 roaches. That should be enough. I say that first 2 roaches get targeted down. The rest of the roaches, they did move out of position. Flash transfuse. Solar, he holds. Does hold on. Drop into the main. Likewise, the queen is under fire. He wants a queen. He gets it. Nice pick up. Gets 1 queen. Picks up. Drops again. And this is nice damage, but it's not game ending. It's not game ending damage. Oh. Then he pulls away. And the game continues. Game does continue from here. Clem does deny the expansion. Nice big up. Denies the 4th. Clem, he should be building up towards a 1-1 timing to try to knock down the 4th expansion. Meanwhile, Solar, he's switching into Ling Bane Roach Ravager. We have the Hive on the way. Very fast. That 620 Hive time. Jesus. Very fast Hive. I believe this should be for an Ultra Rush. That would make the most sense in my mind. To rush into Ultras. We'll see if Solar can get there. As we do have the melee upgrades on the way. No range upgrades. You can see that roaches are merely a stepping stone just to be safe, just to be secure, and they've done their job. Right? They saved eventually they saved the 4th base. They protected the 3rd. Clem moving in with reinforcements, but he's going to run into a wave of roaches. And Clem, he shouldn't break through this. With that Solar, he's holding on, he's defending, he's keeping up. Scan is the main, reveals the Hive, big scouts. And again, this screams Ultras. Clem is aware. Speaking of Ultras, there it is, Ultra Cavern at the natural. Ultra Cavern at the 740 mark. Now, these Ultras are not going to have the best upgrades. Bearing in mind, they only have +1 carapace at the moment, so not the best upgrades here for the Ultras. Regardless, they can still scale quite well early on, especially if there are no ghosts. Now, what I love from Clem is that, remember, he scanned, he saw the Hive timing, he's aware, and he's going to try to kill Solar before the Ultras really become a threat. Marines, they stim in. Solar's in trouble. Remember, Solar, he skipped Bailings for this. Uh-oh. Solar, he does not have Bailing Speed. Bailing Speed, it just now begins. So greedy. And without Bailings, I don't think he can hold. Yeah, he abandons it. He abandons the base. He knows he cannot save the fourth. It is a lost cause. Solar, he does re-expand towards the south side. He's trying to buy time for the Ultras. He does catch a Ravager. Stims in once again. Likewise, Ling Run on the right hand side. It does deny the expansion. Not bad. Denies the fourth CC. And Clem, he doesn't kill Solar. I'm sure he was hoping that maybe Solar would try to fight a little bit harder to save the expansion. But now he's getting to his own Ling Bane. Kindness plating on the way. Solar, he's stabilizing. His economy is still lackluster, don't get me wrong. It's still lacking. But he's getting there. Clem sims in. He does catch the Queens. Yeah, he gets one. Gets two. He's going to get up to potentially three. Oh, two for now. Two Queens go down. Clem, he rotates, pushing in towards that southern base. There's barely any creep. Barely any Bailings. Oh, Clem, he hides back. Brutal connect. Oh my god, the Mind Shots. Mind Shots, they shut down the Lings. They shut down the Bailings. Ultras rush in. Oh my god. The swipes are brutal. And Solar, he's holding. He's holding on. He shuts down the Bio Army. At the same time, that drones are going to be going down. Drop into the main. Solar out of position. He does defend. Leads out a lot of workers. Solar, can he keep pushing? Shuts down the drop. Cleans up the army. Shots once again popping off, mainly on Lings. Solar, he did save the Vipers. Vipers did survive. Ghosts are still a non-factor here. There's no Ghost Academy. Just bio tank from Clem. Without the Ghosts, these Ultras, they can get out of hand. Clem's just trying to buy time. Just trying to buy some time here. Dropping towards the north side. Oh. The Mind Shots! Oh my god. Mind Shots popping off. Soldiers are moving in. Bailings, they do connect. Not bad. Oh, that one Liberator popping off takes down both of the Ultras. And Solar here extends. Needs more Ultras. Does consolidate his army. He has to regather energy on those Vipers. As both armies are still maxed out. Clem, still no Ghost. And again, without Ghost, the kiting is decent here, but he gets through the Ultras. Takes out two Ultras. Drops towards the top side. Gets 5 more drones. Ghost Academy now on the way. Likewise, Clem, he's been able to maintain his economy. What's important here, he did not lose the fourth. Planetary is still up and running. So Clem, we can afford those Ghosts. Oh, Solar has no bank. Trying to collapse in. Once again, drop into the main. Powerbomb. Solar trying to catch out the army. Not quite able to. Again, there are no infestors, no fungals. Nice kiting here against the Ultras. He gets one, he gets, oh, almost two. And looks like he should get it. Likewise, they can run by hit the third base. Nice run by 11 SCVs. 11 SCVs going down. Just whittling away here at the main army of Clem. Infest is finally on the way. Oh, that's a kill, not a cancel. But we need those fungal growths. Without fungals, the bio army it can just never be locked down. As the run bys, they attempt to continue. Oh, a little bit indecisive. That's another kill. Jesus, that's another kill. That's 2 kills on that expansion. Solar, he just cannot expand. Ay, 10 drones. 10 drones go down. Fungal pops off. We get the chain fungal. Not bad. But that's another. Was that another kill? That was another kill in the hatchery for the 3rd time. He just wants to expand. Yeah, my shot's popping off. 20 drone kills. Ay. Clem just pulling Solar apart. Solar, he's been wanting these main fights with these ultras, but he just cannot pull this off. He's just stuck at him defending. Just time and time again. More drones going down. More Widowmine drops. Now we have a solid ghost count. Now Clem can take a fight. Not out in the open though. Just going off. Another ultra gets sniped. Just trying to push. Once again though, more drones going to be going down. The mine shots, they come off once again. This time though, Solar, he will take down the planetary. Just barely. Oh god, the snipes are insane though. Yeah, catching out the spellcasters. GG gets called. Solar, he has no economy, he has no army, and Clem, he will snowball out of control, taking the series 2-1. GG. GG, well played. The harassment was insane. It wasn't even with much. It was a couple of Marines, a couple of Widowmines, of course, as well. The Marines towards the top side were crazy, just sniping that 4th base, or I should say the 5th base, time and time again. I want to say it was killed 3 times in a row. It was insane. 3 times in a row. Solar just could not maintain his economy. He was just torn apart left and right. He could not keep up. And Clem will advance on to the finals. GG. Does advance on. One of the big weaknesses of this playstyle of Solar, going from Ling Bane Roach Ravager into Ultra into Viper, is the anti-air. Is the fact that there's no Spire, there's no Hydrogen. So your anti-air is heavily reliant on the Vipers and parasitic bombs. Because of that, it's not really secure, or I should say, not really the most stable form of anti-air. So because of that, Clem, the drop play, has more potential. It has more potential than usual because there's nothing to stop the drops, nothing to stop the medivacs. And upon recognizing that, Clem, he popped off. It was very impressive to see the drops sniping bases, sniping mineral lines, and getting it a hand. GG. GG, well played. Clem, he will advance on, and now we are getting ready for the grand finals. It should not be a surprise here, as this is a common finals. It's going to be a Terran versus Protoss between Clem and Hero once again.